All right, so we're continuing with the audit of Creative CPA Clothing, and you can see here's our intrepid auditor Nathan on the left, and he's meeting with Megan. Megan's the warehouse manager. And off to the right there for reference, that is our inventory count supervisor, obviously because he has a clipboard. And who wouldn't want a staff of gnomes to help do your inventory counting? I guess maybe they're more reliable than Oompa Loompas. But in any case, let's see what they have to say. Nathan arrives and asks, so, how do you ensure no additional movement of the goods once we get ready to start the inventory? And Megan assures Nathan that we finish all shipping and receiving by 5 o'clock so that we can safely begin the count at 6. Nathan then has the big open-ended question. So, how actually do you count your inventory? And let's see what Megan has to say. Megan says, what we do is we split the warehouse into 5 sections, and there will be 2 employees assigned to each section. Now, as they do their counts, they're going to tag each item. The tags are pre-numbered, and this ensures that we can visually check to make sure all the items are counted, and ensures by having it pre-numbered that we don't inadvertently double count any of the inventory items. Now, Megan has a stack of the inventory tags, and she shows one to Nathan and says, well, as you can see here from the perforation, there's actually 2 separate counts that are performed. Team A, if you will perform the first count. That's the count on the right. They're going to count the item, fill out the complete description, including the item number, the location, as well as a sign-off as to who checked it. Now, the entire tag is then attached to the inventory item. Later, a second count team, we'll call them Team B, will come by, they will verify that count, they will complete the left section of the tag, and then they will detach that information, and that will be collected to actually complete the inventory data entry. So it's kind of a check and balance in her mind to ensure that they get an accurate count. Now, as the count goes on, Nathan's able to walk around on the floor. He can see the hard at work counting teams. Well, at least one member of them, counting inventory on all the high shelves, and you can see here the inventory tags are already hanging from some of the items on the lower shelf. And Nathan asks, well, can we observe some of the staff performing those counts? And Megan says, absolutely, just pick an aisle. Now, this is important because then Nathan can observe this from a control perspective to make sure that what he's been told is in fact what's actually happening during the inventory. Now, if we fast forward, let's get to a point where the count is nearly complete, and this is where Nathan wants to perform some of his substantive testing. And he says, first, can I get a copy of the current inventory report? Well, that's what he's going to use. Now, this is the inventory report that's generated based on all those individual inventory tags being accumulated and then entered into their system. Megan's able to produce that. And then Nathan takes the report and he says, okay, I'm going to pick one tag. And he picks tag 450, let's say. And then he goes on to pick 11 others. He says, I want to test existence. I want to prove that if you've got them on the report, that inventory actually does exist. And so based on the tag numbers, they're able to walk out onto the floor and find each of those items. He's going to reverse the test then for completeness. He's going to randomly pick 12 tags from the floor and then confirm that those are properly recorded in the inventory report. So this two-way test ensures both existence and completeness. He then wants to test the accuracy of the counting. And as you can see here for the illustration, one of the items he picked was number 354. He looks inside, he's able to verify the count is 50 shirts and verify that the inventory report also reflects 50 shirts. Finally, before leaving the inventory, he requests a cutoff report. Now, at this point, he can only get the preceding items, so he wants the last 5 receiving reports and shipments performed before the close down for inventory. He then reminds Megan that he's also going to need the first 5 shipments and receipts once they reopen the warehouse following the completion of the inventory. So that gives you a nice overview of how the inventory observation process works.